This is Forget Me Not.
Hello.
It's like 8, almost 8 o'clock in the morning. We're out in front of Paradise Valley Cafe. Spent the night here.
It's a wonderful place.
Awesome food, great people, very good to hikers. And we're staying for breakfast. Everybody's just kind of getting up and getting ready. There's quite a few of us here last night, actually. And there is San Jacinto. So I'm going to go into Idyllwild after breakfast this morning, get a few supplies, and then come back out here and try to get at least a few miles in. So yeah, they have awesome food here. This is on Highway 74, like 17 miles out of Idyllwild. Good place. And they let us camp in the back. Moneymaker and this is Moneymaker.
Hi.
We hitched in from Paradise into Idyllwild, and we got this amazing room here. See if I can get back a little bit. Yeah, at the Creekside. Is it Creekside Inn? Creekstone Inn. Creekstone Inn. So, yeah, most of the rooms in town were full. But a nice guy at what was the other, Silver Pines, called, and I guess he owns this one too, and found us a room. So not bad for, I think it was like $68 a piece.
Yep.
So and we get to do a little laundry. They got coffee and tea and hot chocolate, and yeah, nice place. So anyway, we're gonna get busy taking showers, doing laundry, and probably going in town.
Getting social.
There's this big old squirrel. He's running from me. There he is. Can you see him? Hey, squirrel. Good morning. It's beginning of, I believe, day 19. Yeah, day 19. Still in Idyllwild, sitting out in front of the Cedar Brook Inn. It was a great place to stay, very relaxing. Got all our laundry done. Nice, comfortable bed. We are getting ready to head out today, and I'll be starting with Moneymaker and Lieutenant Dan. And we're going to head down to the post office and get our resupply boxes, and going to get my ice axe and try to get a haircut in town here, probably grab some breakfast and a coffee, and then hitch back out to Highway 74 to start the trail at mile 151. We're going to try to at least get, 5 to 7 miles in today, depending on what time we can get back out to the trail. And it sounds like the conditions are improving over San Jacinto. Still need micro spikes, but it definitely sounds like things are starting to melt, so feeling a little better about it. And then I have a couple people at least to go over this area with, so yeah, it's going to be a good day. Feel well rested. All right. It is day 19. And we left Idyllwild. And got a ride back out to Paradise. I had lunch with Moneymaker and Lieutenant Dan, and we just hiked back to the trailhead. So just heading off towards San Jacinto, and we're probably just gonna we're gonna try to do 8
Don't know if we'll get that far. We didn't start till 2:30, and we all have full resupplies, which is why I'm breathing hard. Yeah, it feels good to be back on trail again, though. Alright, I've got about 2.5 miles. Just got up on top of this ridge. Nice, not too bad of a hike, except that we just ate. There's San Jacinto up there. We're just gonna do about 3 more miles. There's a water source in about a mile up trail, and then there is another good water source for about, I think, 8 miles. So we're gonna pack, I don't know, like 5 liters, which sucks because we have full packs right now, but enough to camp and then make it to the next water source tomorrow morning sometime. And it's going to be a little bit of a hike down to the spring at that one. One of them is like a 1/4 mile, and one of them is, I think, almost a mile, but that's the plan. Lieutenant Dan and Moneymaker are a little bit ahead of me. We all just took a break together with a nice couple from Canada, and yeah, just kind of getting warmed up, trying to get my trail legs back. It's always a little rough after taking the 0. It's just mainly my lungs. I feel like maybe I'm having some allergies out here, and I was gonna get some allergy medication and I forgot in town, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Not sure if it's allergies or the elevation. We're not up real high yet, but it seems like every time I start getting in up about 5,000 feet, I start having a harder time breathing, so it probably has something to do with the elevation too. And I'm gonna have to go much higher, so anyway, just trucking along and get to this next water source. All right, just stopped for a minute. Just did some a water refill. Filtered some water out of the stream. Got about 2 miles to camp, but I seen these huge pine cones, and look at these suckers. Monstrous. So if I put one next to my shoe, you can see how big that is compared to my shoe. Huge. Okay, so we made it to camp. We just did about, I don't know, 6 miles, I think. I think we're at mile like 157 or 158, somewhere around there. And it's cold out. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. It's not real clear on the weather reports, though. One of them looked like it's definitely gonna rain, and one of them looks like it might rain. So anyway, we gotta be prepared. And we should be getting to a point tomorrow sometime when we're hitting some snow. So yeah, something new. And gonna try to get up early. Hopefully it's not too cold in the morning, so I can get out of my tent at a decent time. I'm gonna try to be up by 7 and try to do 15 miles tomorrow. So we will all have microspikes and trekking poles, so hopefully that will be sufficient. Sounds like it is. So we've got 3 other people camping here with me, and the 2 guys I've been hiking with will be doing this whole section together, which is awesome, so I don't have to do it alone. And yeah, it's a nice view here. It's kind of windy out. Like I said, it's cold, so I'm in my tent already, eating some top ramen, and I just got in my sleep clothes, and I'm toasty warm in my sleeping bag. So tomorrow will be day 20 already, so yeah, I'll check in with you tomorrow night. All right, good morning. Just leaving camp, day 20, and I think we're at mile like 158, and we're probably gonna hit some snow patches today.
Weather's kind of crappy. There's a chance of rain. There's like some fog rolling in. Actually, it's probably clouds because we're up fairly high. It's about 7:15 in the morning. Wasn't too cold last night. We're gonna try to do 15 miles today. I'm still hiking with Moneymaker and Lieutenant Dan. They just left camp a few minutes ago, so yeah, it was a good night. Slept pretty good, and pack's still pretty heavy today. We're gonna stop and get water at a spring that's, I think, a quarter mile off the trail and about a mile. So anyway, should be an interesting day. Okay, so I've just got about a half a mile coming from this way. As you can see, completely engulfed in clouds. Yeah, I've got to be going up this way. Got about a half mile to get to the water source, then we're gonna have to hike down to get to it. So it's windy out. I've got my base layer, micro fleece, and raincoat on right now, and that seems to be working okay. The only thing that's really cold is my fingertips, but more than that, I'm hiking. Okay, it's about 9 o'clock, then about 3 miles, and we're still in the clouds. It's kind of raining and windy off and on. Right now it's kind of died down a little bit, but we're at 6,500 feet, so we've definitely climbed some elevation already this morning. Yeah, feeling okay. Getting a little bit of cramp in my leg, but I'm just kind of taking it easy. Taking a break every once in a while. Lungs are struggling a little bit, but yeah, my ears have popped a couple times, but we're making good progress. Guys are up ahead a little bit of me, but things are going good. Okay, I just stopped for a break. I've gone about 3.3 miles. We've already climbed like 1,100 feet. We're at 6,700 feet now. Yeah, a lot of elevation. I don't know, I'm just taking it slow. Since I have my raincoat on and stuff, I'm trying not to get overheated, so I try to stop and cool down a little bit so I don't get too sweaty, but the guys are up a little bit ahead of me, but I don't know if I talked earlier about what our plan was since we already went to Idyllwild. Our plan is just to go straight over this mountain range we're in the San Bernardino forest, and I think it's like part of it's the San Jacinto wilderness area, and I think we're about mile 160, and at mile 169 there's I believe a snow chute that we have to cross. So hopefully we'll get past that today. Is the plan. And yeah, it's still cloudy up here. There's wind in certain areas blowing pretty hard, but other areas it's kind of protected. I feel really blessed about the two guys I found to hike with. Both of them they're just like super respectful and really considerate, and you know, I feel like I found a couple that I can trust and that are gonna stick with me, and you know, they're just super sweet and check on me and make sure I'm okay. And yesterday, before we left Idyllwild, we kind of split up for a little bit because I wanted to go get a haircut, and so I left them at the post office, and I ended up being gone like an hour and a half because it took a while to get an appointment and then get it done, and they waited for me, you know, like, which was really cool, and that they didn't just take off, you know, they waited until they found me, and we all left together. So yeah, really cool. So I feel good about that because I wouldn't want to do this section alone. So far it's gone okay. It's just gonna be kind of slow going. It's only 9:30 in the morning, so I feel like we're making pretty good progress. We're going all uphill. So I'm just gonna take a short break and then keep hiking. I just got up to the top of this ridge. It's super windy up here, but I just got my first view. I'm sure we're missing lots of views in these clouds, but yeah, really pretty. Don't know if you can hear me. The wind's not gusting at the moment, but getting some pretty big gusts. But anyway, kind of into this valley a little bit, and we are heading up this way. Alright, I had to stop again because I don't want to miss out on this wonderful view. See the clouds rolling in there. Sun's trying to pop out a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what elevation we're at right now, but I'm guessing it's around 7,000 feet, maybe a little bit higher. But yeah, this is awesome. Okay, good evening. It's the end of day 20. It's only about, I don't know, 5 o'clock. And I'm in about mile, I think 166. I'm at a place called Forbes Ranch Junction. So today didn't really go as planned. Intended to do 15 miles today. Get up to Apache Peak, I think it is. And the wind has been howling all day, and it's been raining off and on. The rain hasn't been so annoying, but the wind has been gusting pretty hard, so in a lot of elevation gain and drop. In the next section goes like straight up another, I think, 1,200 feet in 3 miles, so it just it was too windy to try to keep going on. So did about 9 miles today, and not sure where Lieutenant Dan and Moneymaker are. I'm guessing they probably kept going, so they're probably at least 3-4 miles ahead. But really, I was behind a ways, so I didn't expect them to wait. It's too cold to sit and wait for someone, so I'm sitting here at this junction. It's still pretty windy out. Not really raining, but kind of waiting for the wind to die down. There's a number of other people that did the same thing I did and camped here. Just kind of waiting out the storm. Tomorrow's supposed to be nicer. Not too much of a problem. I mean, I'm warm and dry in my tent. Some of my stuff is wet, but that's alright. I mean, nothing crucial. All my stuff that to keep me warm is dry, so the only issue is I don't have water. So I was gonna stop back about a few miles back. There was an option to go to one spring that was climbing through brush for a 1/4 mile, and the other option was to hike uphill for over a mile. And at the intersection for the 2 springs, the wind was blowing so hard I could hardly stand up. You know, with my trekking poles, it was blowing really hard, so I didn't want to do either other options. So anyway, at this junction there is a creek about 1.5 miles down the trail. If I take the Forbes Ranch trail down, so it's going to be 3 miles round trip. So my plan was, if the wind stopped, I was going to try to do it today after eating lunch and resting, but it doesn't look like it's going to die down before dark, so I'm just going to wait till morning, try to get up early, and just slack pack down there with just my water bottles and filter, and leave the rest of my stuff here, and try to get back here at a reasonable time so I have enough water to make it through the next section. So that means no coffee, no dinner, no coffee in the morning, which sucks, but
It is what it is. My own fault. So anyway, this is the end of day 20. Tomorrow, I don't know, I guess let's just kind of see how it goes. There's a number of people here hiking up the same way I am, so hopefully I won't have to hike in the snow across some of these sketchy spots alone. That was kind of my goal. It's really not safe to be doing it alone, so that's my plan, and hopefully I'll run into the other guys once I get up there. Most people that are camping up here are probably going to try to go to Saddle Junction and then down into Idyllwild, which our plan was to continue on across the ridge and then over San Jacinto and down into Cabazon. So I don't know, I'll just kind of play it by ear and see how it goes. Starting to rain a little bit now. I feel like I made the right decision though, to get out of this weather and and just wait for the storm to pass, because it's getting cold and tired, and trying to make it up another 1,200 feet in the wind just sounded like too much and didn't really sound very safe. So anyway, I will check in with you in the morning.